We're parked in Maryland for a few days, and we're trying to prep our camper to live in full time. The first thing we did was laundry, so everything was fresh. In a 21-foot camper, making the bed is pretty difficult, and this is what it looks like for someone who's 6 feet tall. It's a bit awkward to get the sheets onto the mattress, but it's worth it for a really comfortable bed setup. We have a few other projects to do, so let's get into those so we're ready to live in here with our cat and dog.
The first project we're taking on is turning this PVC pipe into a scratching post for our cat. This will fit right over our table leg, so it's kind of easy spot for him to have a toy, and when we had our house, our cat loved all of his scratching posts everywhere. So we're just gonna hot glue some sisal rope onto this and we'll see how that looks.
This was a really easy project to do for our cat Crash, and much cheaper than buying a scratching post from the store. Of course, once we set it up, he showed absolutely zero interest in it, but that's just how it goes sometimes with a cat. We'll stop at a pet store and get some catnip, which should get him interested enough to realize he can scratch it. Our next stop was taking our dog Kitos for a bath. He's only ever gotten a bath at home, so it was great to see how well he did in a public place.
So our locks are really hard to figure out where they actually lock in, so we're going to put some nail polish so we know which direction to turn it, make it easier for ourselves. So now we can see where the lock is, and it should be a lot easier.
The first thing we upgraded with this camper was our mattress. We got a 10-inch thick mattress, which is a lot thicker than the one that we had before, and it's a lot more comfy, and our cat absolutely loves it. We also brought in a bunch of baskets from our home just to try to make this place a little bit more homey and to hold our stuff inside, because when the RV is being towed, it gets rocked back and forth, and having everything So our mattress is really great. It's awesome having a queen-size bed. What's also really nice is having storage underneath it. And we have storage underneath it for our cat. And so we've kind of pimped out his little cat play place. And so now he's got a nice little space for himself. You can see the little camera in there. You can also, you might not be able to see it, but his bowl is in there along with his carrier. And anything in there is free game for him to lay on top of and shed on. This is probably our most controversial upgrade. It's a curtain, and we decided to remove the door that was here so that we could replace it with the curtain, because the door was just banging into stuff like this TV and just us while we were in here. And so we decided that we would take it off and just put this curtain up, and it's been a lot better. What's really cool about this bathroom is the skylight. What's nice is you're able to get like a good beam of light coming in here when you're taking a shower. This is good for me because I'm 6 feet tall and my head would be hitting up here, but it's nice for my wife because she's able to just look up peacefully and just enjoy the stars or whatever else is up there.
This is our last night in Maryland at my parents' house. I'm going to be making dinner for everybody. We're making some gnocchi with cherry tomatoes baked in the oven. We're really going to miss having an oven. We don't have one in our camper. We only have a stove top. So we're going to enjoy this last baked meal before we don't have one for a while, and just spend some time with family and enjoy ourselves before we head out in the morning. This was one of our favorite recipes when we were growing our garden. You always get an abundance of cherry tomatoes if your plants are growing well. So we always like to throw this in the oven. It's a quick, easy meal, and it tastes so good and it's great as leftovers. The thing that really makes this dish is fresh rosemary. I don't have any since we don't have our garden this year, but I do have some dried rosemary from last year's garden, and it still is very fresh tasting. So we're gonna get a big pile of that, crumble it up a bit, and I like to rub it between my hands. It kind of grinds it in a way. And I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm also gonna be making a batch of our maple vanilla granola. It's a really easy thing to make yourself if you've never made your own granola. You kind of just throw all the ingredients together, put it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes, And that's about it. We love to use it to put on top of our yogurt. We'll eat it as cereal or just have it as a snack by itself. So let's get to making that. The cow sees Ketos and Ketos sees the cow.
Indeed. We're staying at our first harvest host tonight at Castleman Creamery in Maryland. We got some cheese from them. We're gonna have that for dinner. Just do a little bit of a charcuterie board and just enjoy our first night of dry camping. I cut up some cheese, some sharp cheddar, which we learned means it's been aged for a certain amount of time. And we got some peppers that we put some feta cheese in, and then we have apples cut up with peanuts and chocolates and some crackers as well. So we're gonna dig into this right now. I've been eyeing this one.
Go for it. Especially made by yourself.
Yes, actually I'm gonna spread it out a little bit more.
How was it?
Really good.
After dinner and playing with the animals, we headed to bed. We'll be driving to Ohio next, so subscribe to follow along and see what we think of living full-time in this camper and visiting Hocking Hills State Park.